Hello, hello, hello. Welcome and welcome back to Nita Price Plant Paradise. This is the place to come to take the time to exhale and enjoy nature's beautiful creations. I hope everyone is well and doing well in whatever part of the world they're in today. Today is the first recording of my office. It's more my office than anything, you all, because I do a lot of work in here. Slash my little guest room, slash my plant room. My plant room is still not together. I'm waiting for some plants. That's how I'm going to do it. I really am. I'm waiting for more plants. My plants are across the room here. But I wanted to come on to share with you all my experience in, what is it called? The live plant auctions from Ecuagenera as well as Tropicals Plants. Y'all, I laugh now because I'm telling you, you're going to say, Nita, really? I'm going to tell y'all, please do these things before you engage, shall I say, meaning to take part in the auction. I'll say it that way. And I'm just going to ask you to hold for one quick moment. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that pause. Once again, I just wanted to tell you about the auction, like my experience with it. You all, I am a maniac. I say I'm a maniac because I can't explain it. I was watching. Let me start with one versus the other, because one does a little bit more than the other. I'm going to start with Tropicals Plants. Okay, everybody's in the room, and you'll see, people start saying good morning, everything, or good evening, whatever part of the world they're in. And then next minute, I know they start showing the plants. And the plants have letters and numbers most of the time. Sometimes they don't go by just what I'm saying now. This is my experience. But sometimes they may just have numbers, I guess. I don't know. But my experience has been letters and numbers. They'll have an A and then say 65 or A395 or or F300 or S95. It can say all kinds of numbers. So in other words, what you do when they show you the plant, they turn the plant around, they're showing you, some of them do really good close-ups. Oh, I love it when they do that. It's like, get us in there, because me coming up close on a leaf. I love to see the designs, the patterns in the leaves where little tiny veins are all in there. I love all that. I'm there for it, trust me. My experience has been great, but I'm telling you, I was like, I'm just a maniac when it comes to trying to bid. Oh, and there are some things that I will speak about in regards to, because I don't want to forget it, so I'm just kind of bringing this up at the moment. There's some things that may happen, like sometimes, I don't know if you get filtered, but you may have to exit the room and then just bounce back in for them to be able to see your message. We can see it. At least I know I have been able to see people's message. They go, hey, I was first. I'm sorry, y'all, for shaking you. I have you on my desk. But, they're like, I was first. What happened? And it just depends on what they see on their end, meaning what Tropicals Plants will see and what Ecuagenera will see on their end. When you send, sometimes it could be a little delay. By the time they get it, another person's, will place the letter and the number inside, you know, they'll see it first. They're the letter and number of that particular plant. So it's called claiming that plant. And then what they'll do, they'll send you an invoice later, because a lot of people, trust me, I was wondering the same thing. How are you going to do this? Are you going to send it to us right afterwards, or are you going to do it while this is going on? And I tell you, I believe they start around 9 o'clock a.m. on Eastern time, because I'm along on the East Coast here. So when they start at 9 a.m. and I believe they go to 1, and then there's another showing later with tropicals plants. They'll show again, I believe, later in the evening. I forget what time, y'all, sorry. But if you go to Instagram, and this all takes place on Instagram, because I didn't know where it was taking place at. I kept hearing people talk about it, and I was like, well, where's this gonna be at? Because I don't, you know, I don't know. So I kind of like figured it out just by listening to a lot of my fellow YouTubers talk about being in the auction. And you'll see many of us there. Most of us, that we know each other's names. Like, my name is a little different on Instagram than it would be here on YouTube and on Facebook and TikTok. So it's Nita Price Plant Paradise on those 3 platforms. But on Instagram, it's Nipri97. And I'll put it right down here at the bottom so you all know it's Nipri97. That's who I am. So if you ever see me in there, just say hi. That's what we normally do. We say, hey, I normally get on and just say, hey, hello, everyone, or good morning, everyone, or good evening, everyone, when I first pop on. But like I said, one of the things, and this is just with tropical plants only, that you get to do this, and where you just put the letter and the number, you put it in there, and they will send you afterwards a video. Most likely it's the next day. They'll send it to you privately. They'll DM you, and they will say, hey, is this, the plant, this is the plant you claimed, blah, 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 with the letter and the number. And you get to say, hey, yes, or you can say, no, that's not the one. Or at least maybe you thought you'd been on one thing. Come to find out it's something else. Who knows? But you work that out with them, because I don't know the ins and outs of that. I can only tell you this is my experience, and I tell them, yes, please, thank you. And they'll send you an invoice afterwards. But I would suggest everyone, as they say, this is the time to practice patience, because you have to wait. Of course, and you will see why. They sell a lot of plants during this auction. So being as though they sell a lot of plants, there's a lot of invoices that they have to get together. Sometimes they're combining them for one person. Maybe it's different people most of the time that needs to get an invoice. So we have to wait. So that's why I did like this and said, I'm waiting for my plants. Because you do. And sometimes we get a little anxious. I've contacted them, and they were really nice. His name is Gilberto. He's the owner. He is the man. You hear me? And he was really nice about it. He said, okay, we didn't forget about you. I said, okay. I'm anxious. I'm awaiting patiently and anxiously. But I let him know, all right, I didn't want to make sure you didn't forget me. So just practice some patience, because just think, that's a company that's sending out to everyone. As far as I know, they are sending it to everyone, and you have to ask, because I don't know whether there's any parts of the world that they can't send to. I don't know. I just know they are sending here into the United States, and I'm happy about that. Okay, so I'm glad that is happening, that we can get it. So as far as shipping, no one is really able to tell you how much something is really going to cost unless you are right in the same area that they're in. But even still, they can't, because we're talking about plants, you all, look, they're like this. They could be that big, or even bigger than this screen here, seriously. Or you can have something that's very small. So just think, who's going to be able to say how much that's going to cost for international shipping? Who knows? So I just wanted to share that part with you. I tell you my experience with, and if, in case you wanted to know why the light is so bright, honey, I got my chrome lights going. I got my babies over here to my right, your left. So that's what's shining on my face, which is great because it's giving me good light to do this video. And I have my light up here on my ceiling fan here. So that's where the other part, and you can see it, you can see the ceiling fan right here in this here glass part of this picture here. So that's dealing with tropicals plants. Now let me tell you about Ecuagenera, my first experience with them. As I said, I was a maniac. And I believe this happened on a Saturday. I can't remember. I want to say, don't quote me on this because I could be wrong. It may have happened on like the Memorial Day weekend or the weekend before that. I can't remember which day because it's been a while since I did my first bidding. So I get on there. So I'm seeing all these people. When I say they had a lot of people, I can't even remember. I know it was 100. It was over 100 people that were in the live. And you all, they're showing the plants. And this is the one thing I really, really love about when Ecuagenera shows the plants to everyone. They will actually, oh, sorry, y'all. I just closed out a window. I didn't mean to close out. But they will actually show the plant real good, tell you to take a screenshot. And the girl, I can't remember whether it's Selena or what her name is. I believe it's Selena. She goes, 3. She said, take a screenshot and just pretend this is the plant, okay? She goes, 3, 2, 1, and done. I love when she does that. Don't ask me why. It's just, I'm quirky like that. And so I like when she says that. She'll say, let's say she's talking about me, Nippery 97, take your screenshot, 3, 2, 1, and done. So get your camera ready, go. If you got to swipe or click to the side, whatever you need to do, get ready. Because I'm telling you, it's almost like it can go kind of fast if you don't watch yourself. And something that I've noticed that Ecuagenera has been doing lately, and I don't know if they're going to keep doing it, but as I said, this is my experience. I have been on there where people have said, hey, you have any, let's say, Thai constellations or obliquas, or, I mean, it just be anything. The Maranas, you name it. They'll say, hold, we're going to see if somebody can go get it. But still, they're showing the plants that they have lined up for the live. And then usually, next minute you know, boom, they're showing you the plant that you were requesting. So with them, now what I would tell you, if you are not a registered customer, please get on Ecuagenera.com. Just Ecuagenera.com. No US, no Ecuagenera US, no Ecuagenera from Ecuador. It's Ecuagenera.com, period. That's it. Go in there and register first, because that way that you will be assigned a customer number. Now, I had done that moons ago, but I forgot that that's where I went to get my customer number. Because I kept saying, why is it when I order, I don't see my customer number? You know, I'm thinking all these different things. I don't see my customer number. I didn't know, because I'm thinking, okay, well, they have the information. They must know it. Fine, which they do, but at the same time, just do that, because you're going to need your customer number when you bid in order to claim the plant. So as they're calling out, once again, O75 or S95 or S14 or G59 or X42, you're going to need your customer number. You need to basically do it and say, don't do like I did. Don't do like I did. My first experience, telling you I was a maniac. I claimed the plant. I won't even tell you which one it was, because guess what, y'all? It was over. It was a done deal. 'Cause maybe one day I'll get it. Who knows? So I go to claim the plant. They said, Nipri 97, we need your customer number. I was like, what? Because I didn't know. I thought it was the same as Tropical's plants. You know, you just claim it, boom, they do whatever they need to do. So I'm going online where I normally order from, but that's from the US side. So I said, well, what? So I'm looking and looking. Nipri, y'all, they saying my name. Nipri 97, we need your customer number. Yes. And I'm trying to get it. And for some reason, I'm being filtered. Like, they're not seeing all of my responses. I'm trying. I'm on the site now. I'm looking for it. It's in the lower blah, 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 whatever they were telling me. And I'm like, I don't see it. I do not see it. And at this point, my locks are beginning to stand straight up. And as you can see, my locks are not that type of locks that's going to stay straight. But that's how I'm feeling. I'm like, ah! Because I wanted that plant. So I'm like, wait, I'm typing. I'm like, no. What's going on? I said, why can't it, where is it? Where can I locate it? I actually get on the phone to call them. Nobody answers. Guess why? They're all in the line. Y'all, I had to wait till afterwards. I said, where's the number? And I'm DMing them, telling them, look, this is all my private information. I'm not a scam, you know? It's because I kept telling them, I don't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you, I was a maniac. Looking at that, I said, why didn't somebody tell me what to do before that? Because I think when it came on, they were already in progress. So I missed them explaining what you're supposed to do. Because then if they had said that, I would have said, oh, okay. I would have went to it, got it, done everything I needed. Trust me, I know that number by heart. You hear me? By heart. I don't play with that number. You hear me? I have it ready. So, of course, when you're trying to put the numbers in the letter, all of a sudden, I was like, oh, because you're trying to hurry up and get it in. Because now this time, you don't have time to write your customer number. So they're like, Nipri 97, we need your customer. I said, I have it. So I'm sending it, and they're not seeing it. So I was being filtered. I had to flip out, go back in. Kept going in and out, in and out. I said, what's going on? Do you see my messages? Do you see? I said, I've sent it like several times, but they were not seeing it. So I said, oh my goodness, I'm putting emojis with it. You name it. I'm doing all kinds of things. So I said, this is crazy. I said, had I known, I would have just hurried up and put it in there. Or heck, you know what? Your best bet, just put it in there and then have your cursor over. So when you put in the letter and the number, it'll just be there. You know, you just click, hit, and that's it. Because they know what the numbers, either in the front of the letter and the number or behind it. They know what it means. So just have it ready. That's what I would tell you. Lo and behold, yeah, y'all, I was able to claim the plant. Why? Because after the in and out, I kept going. I had to go in and out a few times, leave the room, come back in. And then they said, okay, gotcha, Nipri. And then you know what? Here they go. Nipri, the plant is yours. Here's the plant. Take your screenshot. 3, 2, 1, and done. And honey, I was like, gracias. I was like, thank you. And then another time, I went to, matter of fact, that was the same exact time. But I believe, I forget what was going on with that. It was still some kind of filtering or whatever going on. But it's all right. It's okay. But don't be a maniac like me. And then I'm sitting there, oh, I want that plant on the left at the top. Don't do that. Don't. I didn't even get that plant on the left at the top that I was eyeing the whole time until they pulled it off. I did not get that. But just remember, please have your customer number. Just have it ready, but be careful, because sometimes if somebody says something to you, because there's other conversations going on, we're in there, you're speaking to each other, to the other people that are there from Instagram, and some of your fellow YouTubers, like I said, that are on Instagram. So I just had to share that story with you all and tell you I was like, cuckoo, cuckoo. And then if somebody else got it, I'm like, dang, you beat me to the punch. You beat me. Because it's whoever they see first, like I said, go through. That's who they're going to say claims the plants. And normally they're going to send, I think Ecuagenera says it out loud now. And Tropical's plants, they will actually write it in the chat. So you have to have your chat open so that you can see what's going on. And sorry about that, y'all. It's so hot in here. Ooh, it's a little hot in here. I'm beginning to sweat. Ooh, honey. I know my plants love it, but mama can't take this. This is hot in here. And like I said, I have my light up there on, so that's giving it more heat in this room. It was 75 degree humidity earlier, so I haven't looked to see what the degree, what the humidity level is in here. But I just had to share my story with you about my experience bidding in the live plant auction with Ecuagenera and Tropical's plants. You all, thank y'all so much for, and I'm talking to Ecuagenera and Tropical's plants. Thank you for opening up that platform for us so that we can bid on the plants that way. I think it's an awesome idea. I like your forward thinking. I love how you do that because, as they say, you got to adapt with the times. And babies, I must say, y'all are adapting and you're doing it well. Because y'all got us in there. I mean, we in there like we signing in to work. Sorry, y'all, for shaking you again. We in there like, oh, clocking in. Click. Hit that time clock. So I really appreciate their forward thinking and for, like I said, opening the platform up that way. So I hope you keep going with this. It seems like a very, very good idea. And who knows? And also, you have to claim a plant. You will be up for being in a raffle. I know Tropical's Plants does it. I can't remember whether Ecuagenera does it. I believe they do, but don't quote me on it. Because they'll be like, oh, Nita, you gonna be giving the plants away? No, ma'am, no, sir. Not me. So that's why I don't want to be wrong in it. But I do know, but you have to, claim a plant and intend on buying it. And, this is all trust between the business and us as buyers. And it's like anything else. You go into an auction, hey, that's what you do. You holding your pad up. Hey, 200. All right, going once, going twice, sold. But it's a little different because you're on a different type of platform, and I do like how it is done. So I had to share my experience. I'm enjoying myself. Trust me, it helps me get me through the day sometimes. Sometimes I just have it on mute and I have it playing and I will actually just watch it. And I just do it because the plants are just beautiful. They really are. They are absolutely stunning. Some of them are some you've seen before, some you may not have. And I believe they're going to be adding to their collection. I believe Ecuagenera, they have one I'm looking at. Because they talked about it on their, what do you call it? Their post. Yeah, their post on Instagram. So I'm like, okay, can't wait for that to show up. And I don't want to say the name of it because I don't even know, because they were talking about they were coming up with a name for it. and everything. So if you follow them, this is how you'll find out. Just click their bell. That way when they go live, you will see it pop up on your screen, on your phone, or even on your computer. And that way you'll know they're on. You click that, boom, and it takes you straight into the live. So I hope you all enjoyed my crazy stories with them. But like I said, I'm having a good time. It helps to pass by the time. It helps me get through. Sometimes I'm just working. I'm like working hard, y'all. And just like everybody else, you know. And it's just a matter of just getting through the day. Whatever you can do to get yourself through the day, that's what you do. Sometimes I can't even look at it because it depends what I'm doing. But at the same time, when I go to look over, hey, I can see what's going on. So I hope you all end up joining us at the lives that they have. This is not a paid promotion, and I'm not being sponsored. I'm just saying this is my experience with these two companies. And also, I almost forgot. How could I forget, Lauren? Forgive me, honey. North Shore Tropicals also goes live with our auctions. You have to check with her about what specific dates. I've only been to one so far, but the concept works out basically relatively the same. And you get on, you know, just say hi to Lauren. She loves to hear from everybody. And it's wonderful. And she has Alice and Charmaine in the back. So that's from You Don't Grow Here and Unplanned Parenthood. I don't know their I think that's what their YouTube channels are. So go check them out. Those ladies are awesome. They have some beautiful plants, and like I said, I am loving these auctions. And I'm also going to put North Shore Tropicals names up there as well, as far as my on what do you call it, my thumbnail. I'm going to put that on there as well, because like I said, it's the same type of concept that Tropicals plants have. So there's no need for me to reiterate something that I've already discussed, except this is with Lauren. So again, and Lauren, please forgive me, but I'm going to include you in on it too. I do apologize about that. It almost slipped my mind that I have been to your live plant auctions, and you all, it's a blast. I mean, you get to communicate with each other that you may not get a chance to do on a, you know, every so often basis. Besides YouTube, you're definitely on a different platform. So don't forget, check out North Shore Tropicals with Lauren and Charmaine and Alice, you know, on North Shore Tropicals. And don't forget to check out Tropicals Plants, as well as Ecuagenera. And that's the Ecuagenera. I believe they do have the one from the US as well as the Ecuador. Don't quote me on that. Because I thought I remember US coming in there for one of the days that I looked at just this past week, and then Ecuador came on later. So, but don't quote me on it. I could be wrong. It could be that's just what it was. So I'm going to sign off right now. But before I do, you all know what I like to do. Let's go with the beautiful thought. It says, morale is when your hands and feet keep on working when your head says it can't be done. And that is by Ben Morsell. Ben Morsell. Okay, so that's the beautiful thought today. So I hope everyone have a wonderful day. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. Once again, before I sign off, I would like to say, please follow me on Nita Price Plant Paradise on TikTok as well as Facebook. I have a Nita Price Plant Paradise. I can't even get my own channel right. Plant Paradise Facebook page that you could just, you know, you could share your pictures. You know, we talk to each other. Sometimes people are like, I have problems with this, and it's sometimes it's not as active as I would like, because sometimes I'm not on it as much, even, but still, some people are more active than me, and then I'll get to look and say a few things. But yes, but please do. It's just a place that we could just come together and just kind of like be sociable with each other on social media, as well as don't forget and especially my YouTube channel here, Nita Price Plant Paradise on YouTube. This is my main channel. Please don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and share. I had to remember all the things, because you know I always do not say all of that, but I always have it inside of the video. So I want to thank you all, as well as Nippery97 on Instagram. Okay, so I want to thank you all for being here with me today. I want to thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and God bless.